country is still mourning the death of a renowned businessman in Hajblai Mwanga Chibirige, most popularly known as BMK. I think it is right to kickstart off from saying may he so rest in eternal peace. My name is Jerome Paul Sonko, and welcome aboard to Smart Men's Business, and this is Smart 24 TV, where we definitely drive your businesses. Now, of course, the late Haj Blaim Mwanga Chibirige, BMK, was laid to rest on Sunday afternoon in Kowe, that is in Busiro, that is in the Busiro constituency. And of course, we do pray together with the family that the Almighty God may heal your hearts from these trying times, of course. And that is Blaim Mukasa. Speaking of Blaim Mwanga Chibirige, one of the most successful businessmen in Kampala with a range of business ventures. Chibirige did succumb to cancer on Friday morning at Aga Khan Hospital in Kenya's capital in Nairobi. He had been battling with the disease for 7 years down the road. Now, Haj, if we speak to, speaking of BMK, was actually been one of the renowned businessmen in Uganda in that particular regard, and I think not only has Buganda Kingdom lost a renowned figure, but the whole country has lost a renowned figure in terms of Uganda's economy, and we do hope his businesses do follow up on that particular one. Now, Chibirige's young brother, Haj Haruna Kalule Chibirige, did say prayers at Hotel Africana, that started at 10 a.m. until 11, and then the body was escorted to its final journey to Nkowe Cemetery, where it was buried at 3 p.m. in Busiro over there, where he has actually been having a home in Nkowe, but however he was buried in a cemetery. Now, the popular businessman's body arrived on Saturday after coming back from Nairobi in Aga Khan Hospital aboard a chartered plane accompanied by his two widows, Sophia Nakamia Mwanga and Hawa Mwanga, as well as his children who have been living with him in Kenya since 2019. May he so rest in eternal peace. All right, now, speaking of BMK, I think we would definitely not go wrong with the fact that a number of businessmen and a number of government entities, and as well as non-government organizations, and among which we speak about the Private Sector Foundation. We have the Executive Director of the Private Sector Foundation, PSFU, Mr. Francis Chisirinya, giving us more of what he knows about the late BMK. Let's first have a look at this. I'll be right back.
Thank you very much. And to the family, the people of Uganda, most especially the business community, I would like to bring you heartfelt condolences from the private sector upon the loss of Dr. Alhaj Blaim Mwanga Chibirige. Dr. Alhaj Chibirige has been one of the torchbearers that many of us and many people in the private sector looked out for, in terms of the achievements that he made over the years, in terms of his contribution to social causes, but also in terms of his contribution to making the business environment better. So for us as the business community, we really feel extremely pained by his untimely death. We know that he has gone at a very young age, 68 years. This is the age that is contributes a lot in terms of knowledge, contributes a lot in terms of guiding, in terms of mentoring others. So it's really a big loss to the business community in Uganda. Yeah, thank you very much. First of all, Mr. Chibirige, well known as BMK, has contributed immensely to the business environment in Uganda. Many of you, or many of us, know him from his trading days, his days when he did manufacturing, and lately in hotels and the tourism industry. In fact, if you look at all his businesses that he's really been engaged with, they have been kind of like a pace setter. For instance, if you looked at the trading businesses that was involved in, the trading of motorcycles, This set the pace for what we know today as the vibrant border industry in Uganda. Before he went out to look for cheaper motorcycles in Uganda, I think there were very few motorcycles, and many people used to ride bicycles. But because of his ingenuity and initiative, he really was able to find for the country cheap motorcycles. And when you look at the entire business that has come out of his effort in Uganda, it employs hundreds of thousands of young people, and it contributes immensely to our economic well-being as Ugandans. So I'd like to thank him so much about that. In the hotel industry, where he has also invested heavily, in Hotel Africana here in Kampala, the one you know, and Hotel Africana in Moroto, you can see that he contributed in terms of providing space, hotel space that was so that was in short supply in the country over the years. Our tourism industry has benefited a lot because tourists could actually have enough quality rooms where they can stay before they go for their tours, business travelers, and so many people who have been coming from abroad. Besides, he has also, in his hotels, provided a lot of rooms and spaces where people can meet for business, can meet for entertainment, and this has been a major contribution. I know for sure, like for us at Private Sector Foundation in Uganda, we do a lot of our work through engagements and meeting people, and we've had very many opportunities when we've had our meetings in Hotel Africana. And I remember very well about between 2010, 2012, 2013, 2014, when Private Sector Foundation was actively engaged in the campaign to promote Uganda-made goods and services. Dr. Chivirige was always at hand to offer us his big room. There is a big room in Hotel Africana which we have been using to meet very many people, and he always gave it to us at a discount because he believed that it is very important to build local industry, which local industry, if it became strong, it is able to do business in the region and in the entire world. So we thank him very much for that. And our campaign, which we used to call Proudly Ugandan, was quite successful, and it is now transited into what they call the Buy Uganda, Build Uganda campaign. So Dr. Chivirige made a very big contribution to this, and we thank him very much. No wonder, because of his belief that you can only trade effectively and successfully in other countries after you've succeeded in your own country, he really lived by that example. His businesses were not only in Uganda. He had businesses in Kenya, he had businesses in Tanzania, he had businesses in Zambia, and many other countries. I think this is a very big lesson to the business people in Uganda. Strengthen your business locally here where you've started, but also look out for opportunities to go out and take more opportunities. This is how the country will be able to build a very strong business base that will help us to compete favorably in the global business environment. So Mr. Chivirige also, through his very many businesses, he offered a lot of employment to so many people, thousands of people here and abroad, and many people lived from the paychecks, from the effort, from his own effort. And for us, we feel delighted that he also promoted family business, and many of we've had testimonies that there were many people from his family who in fact worked in his businesses, and we're very sure that he has been able to pass on skills, knowledge to ensure that his business lives beyond him. He has also been very active in what we call social corporate responsibility, looking out for people who need help, people whose lives could be made better because of the contribution of businesses. He has supported very much the Sickle Cell Association and efforts on the sickle cell. He has educated very many people from his own money. And I think these are the things that in the end make a meaning and transform people's lives. So we thank him a lot for that very big contribution that he has made to the country, to our country, Uganda, and to the people of Uganda. Yes, very many lessons, ladies and gentlemen. We've heard very much from him, stories that he has told himself, how he starting so humbly, but then working very hard through the business that has been doing and growing them to levels that he himself could never imagine when he started. So we've learned very, 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 very much as Ugandans that each one of us is able to actually succeed as long as we develop those habits that support success. The habits of hard work has been a very hard-working man, and everybody, I think, can testify to this. He's been a honest person, and we've received many testimonies about his honesty. And we heard yesterday when URA testified that this is a man that paid his taxes on the dot. He never sought to dodge any taxes. You can see that this is a very, very, very big lesson that we can actually draw. You can still succeed as a business person while paying your dues, your taxes. You don't have to cheat taxes to succeed. I think this is a very big lesson that we take from the business community. Also, he's been a man who cherished working together, most especially for building the business environment. When you succeed as a business person, it is important for you to find ways in which you can contribute to others. The late was the chairman of Uganda Hotel Owners Association, and leading in associations in this country is a voluntary work. But why do you go there? Is because there are opportunities for you to share with people who you do the same business with, to work together on issues that might be affecting your businesses. So this is an area that he did very well, and I'm very sure the hotel industry is not the way he found it, because of cherishing working with others. Now also, he's been able to put down his journey, what it has taken him to succeed. This is a very, 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 very important document, a very important book which we shall keep on reading to refresh, to educate us, and also to help us grow young business people. So business people that are succeeding, we would request you to also learn from Al-Hajj and put down your journey so that it is there for posterity. It will be able to help people to overcome challenges and develop their businesses and grow. This year has really been a very difficult year for all Ugandans, as you know. Many families have lost a person or two they know to many ailments, but to some, to COVID, we've really mentioned very many people have died out of this. But for the business community, we've really been hit significantly. Many of our leaders have actually died during this pandemic. Our late Gideon Vadagawa, our executive director here, died. Hajat Alowesha died. Madam Dr. Catherine died. Mr. Evaristo Kayondo died. And many others died. Now we have Dr. Kibirige, who has actually died from cancer and not COVID. Now, what this year has taught us, all of us, is that it has reminded us that death will knock at any one time. We are all in a journey. At a particular point, a time will come for us to go. But the important thing for us is, what do we leave behind as we go? the people you touched, the people you helped, the people you improved their opportunities. These are the things that you leave behind, and the people, this is what they'll be remembering about you. So for all the things we do, let us get opportunity to touch others. Let us give opportunity to others. Let us offer a hand to others. Let us offer a ladder to others. Let us contribute whenever we can. Because in the end, all of us, time will come to go. And when we go, what we leave behind is what will matter. And I believe very much that Dr. Alhaj Mwanga Chivirige has gone, but he will live in our memories forever, because every time as you go towards Ginger Road, you'll be seeing Hotel Africana. When you go to a library or workshop, or you open your computer, you'll be seeing his book. You'll be meeting people who have been touched and educated through his effort. You'll be seeing many people who will have benefited from his effort, and therefore he will be with us forever. So this is what I encourage all of us to pay attention to as we journey on this world.
Now that is Mr. Francis Chizirinya giving us in regards to his last statements regarding the deceased Haj BMK over there. That is Haj Blaim Mukasa, who's actually passed away. Haj Blaim Chibirige, who did pass away on Friday at the Aga Khan Hospital in Nairobi, that is in Kenya. Over there, he was actually a very much renowned businessman, and most of you did know him of the renowned Hotel Africana in that particular regard. And clearly, around Hotel Africana, you can as well see that that BMK house over there, because the country is still is actually still mourning his death, and of course he was laid to rest on Sunday afternoon in that particular regard, as the country is still trying to see ways through which we can remember the late BMK. And most of you have actually been hearing of the name BMK, wondering BMK, how has he been? Of course, he had settled in Nairobi since 2019. He's been suffering with cancer for 7 years down the road, but I think he did fight his last battle last week on Friday. And of course, we do say rest in eternal peace for Haj BMK. And of course, we do remember you so much and so well in terms of Uganda's economy. Let's just take a short break. I'll return with more of the eulogies for the late Haj Chibirige.